Hello there, I'm Matt McMasters of Bonsai Terrarium. Today I'd like to talk about how you make a light bulb terrarium. The first step in making a light bulb terrarium is to gut the light bulb. Let's look at the tools you'll need to do this job. Come on over. So over here on the cutting board we have needle nose pliers, which are essential towards this task. You'll also need one of these things. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I found it at a thrift store. It's a piece of metal. It's got, you could probably do some dental work with this. I'm not exactly sure. It's nice, you know, you can substitute your own metal thing. Then I have a skewer here, which I like to use this as well. And it's just fun to look at. I have several of these in my collection. So let's get started making a light bulb terrarium. And like I said, the first step in making a light bulb terrarium is have a light bulb, then you gut the light bulb. So let's pull this light bulb out of here. I bought this light bulb at the dollar store for $1. The first step here is to take your needle nose pliers and you have to take off the top here. Get down close here. There you go. You got to take the top off here just like this. You got to kind of work it in there. And you don't want to get your fingers caught in there. There we go. You see it's coming off there? Wait, it's about to go. And then you pull it off just like that. Needle nose pliers. Then we're going to put them down and I'm going to get this little ice pick thing. Now see there's a little hole here. Well, all we got to do with this, if you do it right, I'm going to put it down here on my glass tray, which is going to catch all of the stuff that's going to fall out of here. All you do is you stick it in there and then you just kind of work it back. And look, this little ceramic stuff here comes right off. No problem. Actually, what I've been doing lately is you see this thing in here, this is the main shaft. What I do is I put it down here because there's air has to escape, and I like kind of push it down and it'll break. You'll see it break here in a sec. As soon as I break it, it'll break. Once I break it, in a second here. There we go. See, it broke. Now that'll come out. This little glass jar here. Now see this, you could probably I don't know, you gotta be careful not to hurt yourself doing this. Anyways, the next step here is to remove the rest of this stuff here. And this is just the way I like to do it. And you'll see it goes pretty smooth here. So you just kind of work this stuff out of here like so. There we go. And then we have, essentially we got that off, and now we just have to bring this in. So what I do with this is I take this in there, maybe it's easier to see this way, and I just kind of jam this in there and I'll just kind of rotate it until it breaks. This is the essential guide for how to gut a light bulb, step by step, everything you wanted to know. I remember looking at videos myself online trying to figure out how to do this, and God, I wish somebody had done as good a job as I'm doing right now. So anyways, see, I got it through there, and then I'm just going to kind of break it over, and there you go. So essentially right now we can get into that light bulb. See the light bulb right in there? I'm just going to leave this stuff in there. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to put this the dentist tool down, and then I'm going to just use my needle nose pliers again, and see these have ridges inside here. Can you see that? See these ridges? You could use like this has ridges, or you could use just like a file, like a metal file, and I'll just take that and I'll just stick it in there and I just kind of file it down, and that gets the glass. It breaks the glass up really nice. You can see how effortless this is. This really isn't that difficult. I mean, it's very, very easy to do once you get the hang of it. You know, you're gonna break a couple of light bulbs. I mean, you know, that's but you're gonna, you know, it just comes with the game. You know, it's part of the whole process. And you know what? Once you finally do break them, you can just smash them up, and that's probably the most fun. That's probably the most fun thing to do with this whole process. So essentially, you can see I basically cleared that out. You just have to kind of remove the glass from in there, and then now I'm going to take it and I'm just going to dump it out. And you can see all the fun little glass bits. I mean, those are really nice pieces in there. Really fine pieces of glass. And you just have to kind of work this guy around here until you get him out. This is essentially the process of making the light bulb terrarium, minus getting that out. And then then what you're left with is essentially a light bulb that's hollowed out. All you have to do now is wash it. I like to wash them in the sink, rinse them out really good, let them dry, and then you're ready for a light bulb terrarium. But that's another video. So thank you for joining me here today. Please check my website, bonsaiterrarium.com, and I'll see you next time.
Air plants. Plants that only need air and a little water. Who knew they existed? I have a good feeling this will survive in my house since it only needs air. Get it? Air. It's everywhere. Hey guys, Ray Pahar from Get Crafty Crafty, and today we're repurposing old glass light bulbs into mini air plant terrariums. Since we are working with glass today, make sure you either have the help or the supervision of an adult for this project. Let's go ahead and get started. The items that you'll need for your terrarium include decorative stones or pea gravel, dried or preserved moss, a variety of air plants. For your light bulb housing, you'll need a large light bulb, sandpaper, self-stick rubber pads, a circular file, long nose pliers, safety gloves, and some goggles. Since we're dealing with glass from the light bulb for this project, you want to make sure you have safety goggles on. During this project, you want to protect your hand that will be handling the light bulb. Use thick gloves to protect it from any small pieces of glass. Using your pliers, you want to carefully remove the ceramic base of your light bulb. Be careful because there will be a lot of glass and a lot of pieces flying around. After clearing the ceramic base of your light bulb, you'll notice there's still an inner glass tube. Take your screwdriver and you're going to carefully break the inside of that tube. Be very careful during this part of the project since glass will be moving around. Use your pliers to remove any of the remaining insides of your light bulb. Be very careful during this step since there's a lot of broken glass. Before moving on to the next step, remove all the broken glass and clean up your work area. After you've cleaned up your work area, you're going to take your circular file and you're going to smoothen out the inside of your light bulb. You'll notice as you clean the inside, smaller pieces of glass and ceramic will fall into the center of your light bulb. Be very careful and dispose of those properly. After filing the inside of your light bulb, you'll notice the base will be a little sharp. Use sandpaper to smoothen it down and prevent any sharp edges. After cleaning out your light bulb, you're going to use your rubberized sticky pads to create a base for your light bulb. You can either have it straight up or tilt it to the side depending on your preference. Use your sticky pads and create a triangular base on the bottom. Next, take your gravel and slowly add about an inch worth of gravel on the inside of your light bulb. As an optional step, you can add a small amount of moss inside your terrarium. Before you add your air plant to your terrarium, you want to make sure it's hydrated. Let it sit in water for about 20 minutes. After soaking your air plant, remove any excess water and then insert it inside your terrarium. Make sure the leaves are pointing outward so the leaves won't get damaged when you're inserting it inside your terrarium. Carefully use tweezers to reposition your air plant. If you're not comfortable with using a light bulb for this project, you can go ahead and just use any kind of open container for your terrarium. The great thing about air plants is they actually don't need that much attention. You water them about once a week or when you notice that the leaves are a little gray. They get a lot of their nutrition from the air around them, so make sure, since they're air plants, they get a lot of air. If you guys do make this project, make sure you share it either on my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter using the Get Crafty Crafty hashtag. And also check out our last two videos, the magnetic goo video and our watercolor mug video. Thanks again for watching and come back next time.